Good morning, welcome back to another day of my life. My name's Clara if you're new here, and if you're not new here, thanks so much for coming back. Starting off today's vlog bright and early. I haven't even opened my computer yet because I knew I would get distracted, but I'm running some errands right now. I'm at Michael's currently, and then I want to go to Target as well. Target's more of a want than a need, but I do need some stuff at Michael's. I've been working on some crafts all weekend. I've been using my new, what is it called? It's like a silhouette cameo. It's kind of like a Cricut machine, but you'll see what I've been doing with it. I'm on a mission to make those machines less chuggy. I feel like they're more of like a millennial customized Tumblr crowd right now, but I think that there's a way to make these young and hip. The fact that I just said hip is the opposite of the vibe I'm going for, but you'll see what I've been working on. Let's run into Michael's and get a couple of things that I learned I needed after I learned how to use the actual machine. Alright, I think this is the aisle that I need. So I don't have this brand, although I'm sure I could probably use that brand's like accessories and stuff. I have, well, I guess I actually don't see the kind that I have. This is what I have. I have a silhouette. I don't know why these are all locked up, and as soon as something's locked up, I just want it 30% less. Like, I do not want to have to call someone over here to get one of these. I'm not even sure which one I need. I think I want this one, but maybe I want this one. No idea. I know I need some transfer tape, but I don't need strong grip. That's what I got, and it's just way too strong. Like, I can't transfer the design off of it. So is there like a non-strong grip? I'm hoping this one is truly, oh, I thought that said easy peasy. Is that what it says? Easy PSV? Anyways, this is the one I'm gonna get. Wait, I kind of love this dress. I have nowhere to wear that. And it comes in pink and red. I honestly think that the black one looks the most elevated. The main thing I came here for is tissues. All of the tissue box covers in my house are square boxes, and for some reason I just can't find square tissues. Whole Foods only has like rectangular boxes. So what do I want? I'll probably grab some of these Everspring ones. Grabbed a few other things, but I'm getting kind of hungry, so I should go home before I'm tempted to go buy breakfast. Finished up a couple things and just took a call, and then I filmed a Thrive Market haul because I'm working with them on TikTok this month. I'm setting you up on the toilet paper that I just got out of my Thrive box, so hopefully it's not too crinkly. This is my completely unsponsored rapid fire Thrive haul because I thought I would show you guys too. Restocked on so many of my favorites, like the simmer sauce. Personally, the side dish dressing is one of my main motivators for keeping my Thrive membership. So I've been a paying Thrive customer for 3 years now. When they asked if I wanted to do the TikTok together, they said they would give me a free membership, and I was like, can you reimburse me? Because I already paid for it. Also got some more coconut aminos, tapioca flour, ghee, a couple cans of coconut milk. These are all really repeat ingredients in the Defined Dish cookbooks that I've been cooking through. So if you got those cookbooks because of me, but you can't find these ingredients, then definitely get Thrive, because I think you'll in particular get like a lot of use out of it if you're following her recipes but you don't live near like a Whole Foods, Fresh Market, those type of places. That is when I think Thrive is like really 110% worth it, but I just love it because it's like cheaper than Whole Foods and I can get like more consistent items in stock. Like if I want to try and find this Dozen Cousin stuff at my Whole Foods, it's like rarely ever in stock. This is a chicken marinade, and then I also love their pinto beans. Got more things like ramen, beef tallow, some taco seasoning, this carnitas slow cooker spice mix from Siete. Can't wait to try this out. They package all of their spices in little bags, so it's really nice to restock your existing spice containers. So I got some bay leaves, some everything bagel seasoning, garlic powder, za'atar. I freaking love za'atar. And then just some black peppercorns. Got a couple things of avocado oil. I got this muffin mix that I really like, so you can add whatever mix-ins that you want to it, like blueberries, chocolate chips. I like to have this on hand for like a cozy weekend morning. And then I got some household stuff like snack bags, sandwich bags, restocked on the boring stuff like aluminum foil, parchment paper, and I found this compostable cling wrap. Interested to try this out. I found this elderflower tea, and I've never seen this before. Maybe I'm just oblivious to it in the grocery store, but I love an elderflower liqueur in a cocktail, so I'm thinking I'm gonna try and make like a really potent elderflower simple syrup and use it for mocktails maybe. Stay tuned for that. And then the last thing I got is a pack of toilet paper. I'll put my Thrive invite link in the description of this video. Like I said, this isn't sponsored, but I figured I might as well show you since I was vlogging today. day anyways. I have found that if I order all of my essentials and pantry staples at least 3 times in the year through Thrive, the membership pays for itself, and then I can just use it to buy like fun little flavors and stuff like this. Really excited about the beef tallow. I want to do some potatoes fried in this.
First introduction. So people so about where we're gonna get in time, really create and this to be and we developed. I wanted in previous phases of my life. My life went according to plan. Getting here, all of the such following. I would maybe if I got people that know that truly there's resolution.
Just listen to the first episode of my friend Sierra's podcast. It's called I'm on Your Side. It's on Spotify. That's where I listen to it. First episode is 16 minutes. Go listen to it. So good. She is so well spoken and gives the best advice. I call her at least twice a week for a pep talk on FaceTime, so it's kind of fun that like everyone gets to have a little Sierra pep talk each week. But I just finished lunch. I made these buffalo chicken lettuce wraps out of the Defined Dish cookbook that I've been working my way through. If you're new here, it's called Dinner Tonight. They're technically dinner recipes, but a lot of them can be converted to lunch recipes. So this is what the finished product should look like. It's a piece of lettuce with a piece of the chicken on top and then some of this like blue cheese ranch-esque dressing that I made with a couple carrots. And here is the finished product. Done with lunch, so we can move on to the fun stuff, which is all the crafting that I mentioned earlier in the video. I'm gonna take 2 of my focus gummies, so I'm absolutely dialed into this project. I really wanted, and I was honestly prepared to dislike these, the Lemmy Focus. My friend always talks about them, and don't get me wrong, I trust her and everything, but it's a celebrity vitamin company. It's a Kardashian vitamin company at the very least, so I just wasn't really expecting much. These are practically a controlled substance in my eyes. They are insane. You will be absolutely laser focused. Maybe you won't if you're like too focused on being focused. There has to be some element of placebo. Get them at like Ulta or Target, a store that you can return to in case for whatever reason they don't work for you. Moving on to the crafts. Let me show you what I've tackled so far this weekend. I had a busy crafting weekend. To paint you the picture, the project in question is making little merch things for my friend Lauren's birthday this weekend. We're going to a cabin in Asheville, so I thought it would be fun to make napkins and koozies and cups and matchboxes and the whole 9. Who is Lauren, you may ask? She is the gorgeous redhead that you've seen all over TikTok, especially Charleston TikTok. She's pretty much the mayor of Charleston. She's lived here for like quite a few years before any of like the recent people have moved here. So Lauren is like an OG Charleston gal, at least in my eyes she is. We also went to Turks and Caicos together, the vlog in, I think it was what, like July of this year? Maybe it was earlier than that. I don't know. We've traveled together before. And what do you get for the person that has everything and wants nothing? Well, I'm sure she wants a lot of things, but it's probably like Van Cleef. You go all out for her birthday and you do things like this. So that's my birthday gift to her, aside from cupcakes, because her boyfriend and I were like scheming. He was trying to get her some gluten-free cupcakes and there just wasn't like any places in Charleston that could do them in the timeline that we needed them. So I'm gonna be making her chocolate cupcake, funfetti cupcake, got some gluten-free Oreos to put on top, some frosting mixes, and then my whole decoration shebang thing. So what we're working on today is the cups. I attempted the cups over the weekend, and let me just set everything up and show you. It's gonna be hard to see, but I already have the design for some of the cups cut out onto this sheet of white vinyl. I need to like weed them to get all the white space gone, but the transfer tape that I got and I was trying yesterday was way too strong and it wasn't releasing the design onto the cup. So that's why I ran out to get this today. See if this works a little bit better. I am in no way qualified to give a tutorial on how to use this machine. I just watched a bunch of other people's videos and like beginner tips. So if I'm doing anything wrong, It's working for me so far. I'm one of those people that the first way that I learn to do something, if it's successful, that's just gonna be the way that I continue doing it for like ever. The best way that I can compare it is, you know, when you learn to do a math problem a certain way and then you'd have that one teacher that was like, you need to do it this way, and like the math has to be written out so that they can see that you did it the way that they like taught you to do it. Yeah, I would always get my answer the way that I knew to get my answer, and then I would fake all of the math and the scratch work so that they were pleased and thought that I did it that way. So that's kind of my approach to anything, especially stuff like this. I'm just doing it in the way that makes sense to me. I also didn't buy any of the special like accessories and stuff. I'm just using tweezers, my credit card, and a pair of scissors. I don't know, it was just getting so expensive and I wanted to make sure that this is a hobby I'm actually going to continue. So, is this considered a hobby? I don't know if this is really considered a hobby, but I'm excited to be able to make stuff like this for future girls trips. And like Laura asked me if I would help with her baby's first birthday once I showed her like what I was making for Lauren. She was like, you need to do this for Drew's first birthday. So I already have 2 upcoming instances where I will get use out of this. So I use that clear stuff to lift the sticker off of the actual printed paper part, and then I just stuck it onto the cup. And now the moment of truth will be removing this without picking up the letters. So let's see if this finally works. Gosh. With these cups, if you like press too hard in one area, it kind of makes like a funny mark on them. That's another thing, is I can't really like grip this cup as hard as I'd like to. I just bought all of these items like the koozies and stuff from a craft store too, so the more I do this, I'm sure I'll have like brands that I want to stay loyal to on Amazon or something. Look! Oh my gosh, it's working! Okay, first one's a little crooked, but what can you do? I've got 6 cups down and I'm cutting more of the little sticker things. This is unfortunately what it sounds like, so I will spare you the rest of this, but it takes like probably 5 minutes of this sound to get the rest cut. I do think that in order to do a cup like rounded around something cylindrical, you have to manipulate your design probably to make it straight, because these don't actually like look straight, but it's fine for a first attempt. This is taking me way longer than I thought it would, and my focus gummies have long since worn off, so I'm getting a little stir crazy, but I want to finish the cups tonight because then tomorrow I can do like another portion of it, and then the next day and like break it apart. This is not something that I would be able to do last minute. This is definitely a forethought, well planned out, and these are dishwasher safe, so I'm planning on just like I'm like manhandling the cup right now, but don't worry, it's gonna get washed before people actually drink out of it. I want to make a little drink menu like I did for the Hamptons trip. If you've been around since that vlog, I made a little drink menu for the weekend and printed it out all cute and just made kind of like signature drinks and gave them cute little names. I might do that for the weekend. I don't know if everyone going is like cocktail vibes, like what the vibes are, so maybe I'll try and feel it out with Lauren. But tell me these aren't the cutest things you've ever seen. I designed the logo on Canva. Please excuse my nails, those are horrible, but how cute is that? Just finished all 15 cups. This is how they look. They're obviously going to be a little bit more visible when there's like liquid in there, like a cocktail or something. And then there's the koozies, there's the napkins. Trying to put this back in here. The vinyl just needs to set on these cups for 72 hours, and then they'll be hand washable or top rack dish washable. So I'm gonna hand wash them obviously since I just manhandled them. I think I mentioned that already. But here are the koozies. I did 2 different logo marks. So I have this one, which are on the napkins, and then I have this one, which is on the cups and the koozies at the moment. It's kind of driving me insane, but the blue vinyl that I got for these, it's just like not the same blue as this, but whatever. I was kind of working with whatever they had at the craft store. I didn't see like a perfect match for this Tiffany blue one. So that does kind of drive me insane, but it'll be okay. I think I'm gonna get her some blue hydrangeas, and honestly, this is more the color of blue hydrangeas. So I think everything will tie together. But have the napkins, and then the white ones say the exact same thing and like the exact same placement. You can kind of see them down there. I just did Camp Lauren since we're going to a cabin. I thought that was kind of cute, and this is honestly giving like bachelorette energy, but who says you can't bring bachelorette energy to like every single occasion, especially a 25th birthday? I feel like that's so fun. We need more reasons to go all out and do these things. Back to the logo marks, like I was saying, I have 2 different logo marks. I did this one with the mountains and then Asheville 2024, but then the Asheville 2024 is honestly such a pain to weed out with the vinyl and stuff. So I did Camp Lauren 2024, and this one was actually way easier to peel off of the thing. So that's the logo. It's gonna go on the matchboxes. The matchboxes are getting delivered later in the week, so I actually don't know if I'm gonna be successful at that attempt. I guess you will see. while you're watching this, if you're watching this the day that it goes live or even like the weekend it goes live, I'm on this trip. So go over to my Instagram and my TikTok to see how all of this turns out. Just made the 2 a.m. kimchi noodles out of that same cookbook that I used for lunch, and I filmed it for Instagram, so I'm gonna eat this and edit at the same time. Just made a little attempt at a non-alcoholic Hugo Spritz, which is usually Prosecco, Saint Germain, soda water, and mint. I happened to find non-alcoholic Prosecco on Thrive Market a couple orders ago, and I've been saving it for something like this. And then I tried to make an elderflower liqueur simple syrup vibe with some elderflower tea that I also found on Thrive Market. I think that was part of the haul earlier today. Not exactly the same as you can expect, since that's like a very alcohol forward drink. Not necessarily alcohol forward, but 2 of the 4 ingredients are alcohol, so obviously it's gonna be kind of hard to replicate, but not bad. It's good in its own ways. I filmed that for TikTok, so that's live on TikTok, and then the recipe that I made tonight for dinner is live on Instagram. So my videos for the day are done. Checking those off in my head, and now I'm just gonna put on a face mask because you can't really see through my makeup today. Well, I guess you kind of can. I'm getting a little breakout right here, but it's like all that I have right now in terms of acne, so can't complain. I was getting some questions on Instagram stories too today about what I was wearing on my lips, and it's this stuff. So in case you were curious too, it's the Nude Sticks Hydropeptide Lip Butter. This is what the packaging looks like. They sell this at Ulta. I actually don't know where else they sell it other than Ulta, but they sell this at Ulta. It's the same price range as like the Summer Fridays, Rhode, all of those. Unfortunately, it's not like an alternative in terms of that, but it's really good. I feel like this never sells out, and all the other ones sells out, and this one's just as good, and they come in different tints and colors and stuff. And this one has the tiniest little bit of mint to it, but not in like a lip plumper way, more in like a subtle mint way. I'm gonna do a Tatcha mask. I just love Tatcha masks. This is the Radiance C. I think it's vitamin C. I can't believe I've gone this long in the vlog without talking about this, but there's another storm coming through tomorrow that's really, well, I don't want to say it's really bad. I'm hoping it's not going to be really bad, but they canceled school. A bunch of businesses are like planning to close at a certain time tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow morning is going to be spent cleaning out the garage and making sure it is flood friendly, because I think that's going to be happening again tomorrow. It's fine. At least I know what to expect now. Keep an eye on the weather, that kind of thing. But yeah, I found that out mid-afternoon, so my plans for tomorrow morning have changed ever so slightly because I might be flooded in. If you're unfamiliar, Charleston is like below sea level. Actually, I don't even know what it is. Like the tides and the drainage system in the city and stuff like that, just a recipe for disaster, and the streets flood quite often. That's a fun little part of living here. It's a small price to pay, honestly. I love it here. I did let my anxiety about the weather get the best of me, and I went on like a Google deep dive of different meteorologist predictions about what tomorrow might look like on the East Coast. So needless to say, I just spent some time in the basement garage area and cleared out some stuff. Not even cleared out some stuff, cleared up some stuff, and like put stuff higher, hung it from the ceiling, you know, stacked stuff on top of each other. So hopefully if it does flood in there, then whatever's on the ground level is not necessarily something I'm okay with losing, but whatever. I also moved my car over a couple streets to a street that I know doesn't flood. It's so interesting because like one street will be 2 feet underwater and then the next is like bone dry. So I tried to pay attention during the last flood to see like what streets would theoretically be safe to park on. So I just moved my car. Hopefully that'll be fine. Golf cart was fine last time. Hopefully I'm overreacting and nothing happens, but it also said that like power might go out, which I have no plan in case that happens. I guess we'll just make sure my phone charges tonight. I wasn't planning to, but I will continue the vlog into tomorrow just so you can see what happens. Please excuse my hair. I just dry shampooed it. I'm trying to give it a second to soak in. Clearly I still have power, so storm isn't that bad yet. The current plan for today is actually to pick someone up from the airport at 1 p.m. So we'll see if that happens. They said that they haven't gotten any flight notifications or anything, so maybe, I don't know, it's so hard to tell like how bad a weather event is going to be, because I feel like there's been plenty of situations where it was supposed to be really bad and then thankfully it didn't get bad. But that's happened one too many times to where I feel like I'm a little desensitized. Like obviously I prepped and got a little anxious and stuff, but like deep down in my mind I'm like, nothing's gonna happen. But if you don't know, I moved to Charleston a couple months ago, and before that I lived in Raleigh. Before that I lived in the DC area. Before that I lived in like middle of Virginia. So I've never lived truly in a coastal town. Obviously I've gone to the beach, I visited the beach, I visited Charleston a lot, but I've never lived in a coastal town. So I know that like hurricane season is probably going to be a new experience for me here because there's all these like evacuations and stuff like that. So that'll be new to me, but my neighbors have lived here for quite some time and I texted her and asked if she was concerned and she said not really. So I guess I shouldn't be as concerned as I am, if you could even call my feelings concerned. I would just rather take something too seriously, but also in the back of my head I'm like, it's gonna be fine. I hope that I don't look back on this footage and laugh at how naive I am, but hopefully I look back on this footage and laugh at how worried I was for nothing. I got this green shirt at Target yesterday and it's really reminding me a little bit of the Fiore gray one that I wore in the last video. That one sold out. I wish it was still in stock so I'd honestly get other colors, but this is kind of similar. I will say the neckline is like not the same because the Fiore one is kind of more of like a U-shaped, well this is a U-shape, but like a boxed scoop. The Fiore one kind of sits like this, and if I want this one to sit like this, then yeah, I have to like tug at it and stuff. A good little look-alike from Target. It was in the New Day section. It's not in the athletic section, but the Fiore one is obviously a little bit more athletic-y vibes. Spent the morning tidying up and I just checked my phone and I think all of the weather advisories and everything have passed. So I think the worst is over and everything's fine. So I will end today's vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I will see you in the next one, which is going to be next week because I'm posting weekly now. So make sure you subscribe, and if you want to see how my friend's birthday went with all the little merch that I made, then go follow me on Instagram and TikTok because that's this weekend and I'm sure I'll be posting all about it.